Okay, hi. I might be the stupidest person on earth. I just finished recording my review on the durock on the fuck not durock. It's Gateron V2 steps. But I forgot to turn on to unmute my mic. So yeah, here we go. So long story short, I got this Gateron PCB screw-in steps. This is the V2 version from one of my sponsor Mechaland. uh, in Indonesia. He got a sample pack from Gateron, and he asked me to compare it with other steps. He gave me some TX steps. This is the R2 version and some Taobao cherries. And and this review should be out last week. But the main thing that held me back to from reviewing it is when I look at the stems. I don't know if you can see it, but wait, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in real quick, and it might be a little bit shaky, but there's like a little, if you see like around here, around the bottom, around here, there are like a little bit of films like sticking out, and that what makes me hold back from this review, because I remember that I'm gonna fuck this stabilizer out. Okay. And I asked him, I asked Mechaland if I can experiment with the stabilizer, and then he said that yes. And so why not make the review today? And uh first of all, I don't want to when I make the comparison, I don't want to do the Korean stab mods that is found by Kenyans and Dr. Huru, probably image up here somewhere in the screen. So I decided to, this. Okay, wait, let me show you this. I already tuned the I already looped and tuned the stabilizers without doing any mods. Just 205 grade 0 on the housings and stems, and XGC BDZ on the wires. And turns out it's really good. Uh, I didn't find any thicking on the stabs. It's all nice and smooth. Duh, it's using 205 grade 0. And then the wires are pretty thick, I might say. Let's see. I don't have any calipers on my hand, but this wire feels a little bit thick. It's not as thick how how TX wires are. I don't know if there's a great representation of thickness comparison for the stabilizer wires. I guess it's a little bit the same. It's the same, but maybe a placebo effect. But I feel that the TX steps much more thicker than the Gateron V2 wires. And then I tested, because Dr. Who said on the video that if you didn't do the mod when your stabilizers have the films, it will thick. It will thick. It will thick a lot. It will rattle. So I'm worried. But when I tested, let me undo my filters. Okay, you can let me zoom out real quick, and you can hear it. there are no ticking. It's all smooth, and there's no ticking, even though I use an EPBT enter caps from 9009 sets. And when I compare it to TX tabs, it's the same, because TX tabs is well known that even on stock it's a great stabs, and I use it as the, and I lube it and tune it the same way as the Gateron V2 stabs, with 205 grade 0 and HTC BDZ on the wires. It feels the same, but the difference is get this. The Gateron V2 holes is much more smaller than the TX tabs. The bottom hole, when the hole that the wire go through, it's much smaller on camera than the Gateron V2 stabs. And looking with my bare eyes, it looks much smaller as well. And the top, I don't know what happened with the TX tabs, but the TX tabs one, they blocked off half of the holes, but on the other side of the Gateron V2 stabs, it's just the same. It's just like a hole, you know. They left a hole, and on the back, it's the same as well. The Gateron V2 stabs the holes are pretty tight. You can see it. You can see it on the camera. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, it looks much smaller, and I think because of that, my speculation is because of that, the Gateron V2 stabs didn't thick at all, and this is pre-clipped as usual. You know, the day standard are all stabs are pre-clipped, and this is a comparison on the cherry stabs. Compare to the TX and the Gateron V2, the cherry stabs, this is a $10 cherry $10 TKL sets clip-ins from Taobao or from China. It looks much more bigger, and on the flip side, the holes are much more bigger as well. So I can conclude that for this price point, the Gateron V2 stabilizer kit are available on Talkies. As the day of recording, it's priced at around $16 for a normal set. It's $16 for a TKL sets of a Gateron V2 stabs, which contains 5 sets of stabilizer housing and stems, 170 wire, 16.25, and 4 2U stabs. And as for the contender, the long contender, durock V2, the TKL sets on Prevail Kiko as day of recording, it's $20 before shipping. And I have an experience, a bad experience on durock V2. So and it's really pricey as well. So in my opinion, I'm much comfortable recommending this rather than buying durock V2. But do your own research, and don't take what I say. Take my review as a grain of salt. You need to try it by yourself first. uh, I will not encourage you to to follow what I'm saying. I will stay true to my review. If I say it's bad, I will say it's bad. If I say it's good, I will say it's good. Not because I'm being sponsored by it. And there's the thing. If you don't like, there are three options, or maybe two options, or three options in the market right now: cherry screw-ins, TX clip-ins, TX tabs, and durock V2. And probably C3, but who the fuck use C3? C3 is dog shit. Uh, if you like clip-ins and you don't mind, if you like clip-ins or you don't mind using clip-ins on your keyboard, buy TX tabs. But if you don't like, if you afraid that screw-ins will pop out from your PCB, or screw-ins will fuck your build, go for this instead of durock V2, because durock V2 is overpriced, and I have bad experience on durock V2. So uh, that's my take on this, on these two steps, mainly because I want to compare it with the most recent hype stabilizers, and this the Gateron V2 steps. And yeah, I think that concludes the review. I hope that I will not redo another. I will not redo the video again. Uh, and yeah, on the end of the video, I will after this I will probably test both the TX and the Gateron V2 close to the mic, so you guys know how it sounds, and yeah, you guys know how it sounds. Okay. Okay, zoom it out. I'm sorry if it's shaking. Okay, let's try first on the Gateron V2 steps. Okay, the noise suppression are not. Okay, I didn't turn. Fuck. I didn't turn off the noise suppression. Okay, never mind. You know what? Never mind. That is the Gateron V2 steps. This is the TX V2 steps. TX steps Rev 2. Okay, I think that's it for the review. I'm sorry if there's a lack of content on the YouTube. In the past few weeks, I've been recovering from sick, and yeah, I hope you're doing great. And by the way, a little announcement: I'm doing a podcast with other types on my Twitch live every 2 weeks. So the next episode will be on 30th of April, on Saturday, 8 p.m. 9 p.m. GMT plus 7, and all the VODs of the previous podcasts will be uploaded on the Tavern Podcast. Link in the description below. And yeah, I hope this review helps you choose another variant of stabs. There are a lot of stabs variant out there. A lot of people offer a new set of stabilizers, and yeah, I hope this review will help you choose your new stabs. So yeah, have a nice day, everyone. I see you soon in the next video or in the next Twitch stream, next review. And yeah, bye bye.